Every year, someone goes missing along the same stretch of the Blackwater River. Locals say the river speaks before it takes you, a sound like someone calling your name from beneath the surface. FBI records list these as unexplained drownings. But the locals, they call it something else. The night the river spoke, in late September of 2013, 5 people vanished near the small town of Millhurst, Oregon. Each disappearance happened near the exact same bend in the river, a quiet, isolated place surrounded by thick pines and a near-constant fog. What's chilling is that none of the victims had known each other, yet every single one of them was last seen walking toward the river, alone. Police found what you'd expect: tire tracks, footprints, even a half-empty thermos left on the bank. But there were no signs of a struggle. And most importantly, no bodies were ever recovered. Only one person has ever returned from the Blackwater River, a 23-year-old student named Eli Carter. He was discovered in a fishing boat miles downstream, barefoot, his clothes soaked through, mumbling about voices he heard in the current. According to the official police transcript of his interview, he said, "They called my name. I saw my reflection, but it was smiling." A full toxicology report came back clean. No drugs, no alcohol. Eli Carter disappeared again just 3 days after being released from the hospital. He was never seen again. The locals have told the same story for over a century. They say the river used to be a burial site long before the town of Millhurst was even founded, a place where early settlers discarded bodies after a devastating plague swept through the region back in 1889. The folklore claims the river remembers, and once every decade, it calls out to collect more souls. Historians dismiss this as nothing more than superstition until an amateur researcher uncovered a town record that seemed to match every reported drowning since 1901. Same dates, same location, the same terrifying pattern. In 2015, the FBI quietly opened a file titled Unexplained Subaquatic Phenomena, Case Number 78BR. Internal notes from the investigation mention auditory hallucinations, unexplained cold pockets in the water, and strange magnetic interference that disabled their equipment. Divers reported hearing what they described as unintelligible human voices through their comms systems even when they were surfaced and far from the water. The case was eventually shelved, with the official cause of the disappearances listed as environmental disorientation. Unofficially, though, one agent's final report simply read, "If you hear the river calling your name, do not answer." Over the past 3 years, hikers and urban explorers have uploaded dozens of clips to the internet, all claiming to capture the whispers of the Blackwater River. Some just sound like static or the wind rustling through the trees. Others, well, they sound disturbingly like voices. One Reddit post from 2022 reads, "It said my name. I swear, I thought someone was right behind me. But when I turned around, the water moved like something had just gone under." No one has been reported missing officially since then, but the locals will tell you the whispers are getting louder. Every small town has its ghosts. But in Millhurst, they don't live in the past. They live under the water. So if you ever find yourself walking by the Blackwater River late at night, and you hear someone calling your name from the darkness, just remember, the river only speaks to those it wants to keep. Thanks for watching. If you found this story as unsettling as I did, consider subscribing for more tailies from the shadows. Stay safe out there.